one of the things that I wasn't trying to produce this, that was actually lived with me for some weeks, really before, how can I say, I don't know what the word to use. We'll just say the awakening. Before the awakening happened, was what I became acutely aware of was endings. As I just started to notice, everything seemed to be ending about as quick as it started. So like these words, as soon as they're spoken, they're ending. Actually, as they're being spoken, they're ending. And their ending is total. It's absolute ending. They're gone. Right? You breathe out, and that out-breath has ended. It has become extinct. It has died. Right? And what became acutely aware of is just the ending of everything. Every moment I could feel is ending, 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 ending. Everything about it was ending. One step I took, as soon as it was taken, it was ended. I think these are things that most human beings are not very conscious of. You don't contemplate them, normally. But for some strange reason, all my consciousness just started to go to endings, and it may sound morbid to some of you, but it wasn't morbid at all, because morbid takes a morbid story. You have to tell yourself something frightening. This wasn't frightening, it was actually quite intriguing, the ending of everything. I would be meditating, and I would notice one thought just came and then it ended. It was like extinct. It was almost like a little species that existed for the split instant and then was gone. And everything was like that. Ending, 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 ending. And it was amazing because I'd never noticed how everything, as soon as it's coming into being, it's ending. Like this instant. This moment, as soon as it comes into being, it's ending. And since the arising and the disappearing is actually like one event, there's nothing that can be grasped. What I didn't know was ending was I was ending. That's what I didn't know at the time. I thought I was just noticing endings everywhere around me, and that was kind of intriguing. But what I didn't know was somehow, in some way, below the level of consciousness, is what was really ending was me. The thing that was always resisting endings. You see what I mean? Because there's nothing about you that you ever try to grasp that's not ending. Right? Just ending, ending, ending. Beginning, ending. Beginning, ending. Beginning, ending. That's the nature of all phenomena. It begins, it ends. And yet there is that which is neither beginning nor ending. There is that unborn, undying, uncreated, that which notices the beginning and the endings, the arising and the falling away. Anything that arises will fall away. Everything that arises will fall away. Everything. Some things you really want to fall away will fall away. In fact, things have fallen away that you still haven't come to grips with the fact that they've fallen away. I don't know if that makes sense. I think people would be so much more psychologically healthy if they really had a real experience of endings. Because most people are actually living in their past. They're not living, nothing's ended. Does that make sense? I remember, when they try to entice you to come back to like high school reunions, and one of the enticements was like, come back and relive the best years of your life. And I thought, hell, I can't even remember them, Yesterday, yesterday doesn't have any reality for me, much less, how many decades ago was that now? Good Lord. Much less 30 years ago, or whatever. But only when you allow the rising and the ending, the rising and the ending, whatever arises and then everything ending, then that which is neither arising nor ending becomes obvious. What is it that notices the arising and the ending of anything? See, we could give this all sorts of names, but what's important is to have a direct realization of it, because it is the reality of you. And the reality of you is the reality of us. Same thing. Whether you call it spirit, consciousness, Buddha nature, Brahma, whatever. Same. It's just wearing a mask called you and me. It's just a mask. The masks are fine, but it's just a mask. And that's what it means to really realize what is right now.